Hi, it's George Nordhaus, and welcome to Monday Morning. I am really honored today because this is really going to be the first, I think, first recorded uh, explanation of what I have been kind of looking for many years, and nobody has done it yet. And that's the new designation from the National Alliance. And you know who they are, of course. In fact, you heard I had Dr. Holt on here a few weeks ago who runs it and started it and all that. But at any rate, it's a new designation called the Certified Personal Risk Manager, CPRM. And it's just getting started, and I hope this will be a shot in the arm for them. And one of the reasons, incidentally, that I'm for it is that I think there's a tremendous market out there that Geico and the people like that can't hit anymore. Because here we're talking about, well, I'll let her tell about it. Let me introduce you to Beverly. Beverly Messer is a CIC and CRM and CISR, and I guess about to be. You're going to be a CPRM, Deborah? Huh? Is that the word?
Oh, well, that's when I'm writing the exam, it's going to be pretty hard for me to give myself the designation.
Oh, come on. You got to do that. I'll talk to Bill, okay?
There you go.
She began her insurance career a long time ago. Amazing. 32 years. They had a family agency. She and I have something good in common. We're Hoosiers and we speak the language. The two of us are probably as well known as Dave Letterman. Who was that guy? I don't know. Anyhow, he stopped, but Beverly and I are still going. Any rate, she was there for 32 years in that agency. It's family owned, her brother, mother, and father. And then she left and she sold her interest in the agency and went to the National Alliance, which we'll tell you about in just a second. I mean, tell you what she does. But while she was in Indiana, she was the Insurance Agent of the Year. Are you ready for that in Indiana? How do you like them apples? That is really amazing. I used to run the Indiana Big I, and many years before Deborah got there, but that's another story. And then she was the president of the Safeco Agent Advisory Council. How do you like that? That was big time stuff. And on and on. I could give you a whole bunch of the things that she's got. She was the Indiana State Director for the National Association of Insurance Women and Board of Directors for the Board of Governors for the CIC and that. She's still, incidentally, a member of the Strategic Board for the Disabled Veterans Insurance Careers. And that is, if you go back to the email, you'll see our we at Agencies Online use that as our favorite charity, and it's just a terrific thing. And they're having a new program, so go back and see that before you leave us all. Beverly, what are you going to do? What are you doing with the nation? You've been there 8 years now, I think you said.
I have been, yes, and enjoying every minute of it. I'm really excited because we're doing this CPRM program, the Certified Personal Risk Manager program, and I am leading this challenge and this wonderful project. And we believe that it is really important that we're providing a new program specifically to help insurance and risk managers better serve their clients that are affluent and high net worth. And so we're excited about it. We're focused on bringing the CPRM program to the industry and to conduct it much like we do our well-known 46 years now CIC program. So I'm excited to be able to tell you more about it today.
CIC program
and
is.
all of your
Yeah, go ahead.
listeners.
Yes,
so
I was just going to say that Bill Holt the other day said that there are 59,000 active people in the insurance industry in the United States, active, because a lot of people retire, die, whatever it is, that have CIC or one of the designations. 59,000.
yes.
That blows your mind, doesn't it? I can remember day one, man. Oh my golly. Well, it's a pretty, is that a bird or is that
Well, you get to make it what you will. We believe that it's quite the distinctive designation logo, and we're proud of it for our CPRM. A lot of folks look at that and they think of strength and freedom, and our high net worth clients have that strength and freedom, and we want to help our participants to really learn more about the insurance and risk management of the high net worth client to better serve them. So you like our logo?
I love it. It's really neat. I'm going to steal it somewhere along the way. How'd you guys get started? How did the Institute get started in this?
So let me tell you a little bit about that. The Council for Insuring Private Clients, CIPC, is an organization that was formed to create a venue for agents and insurers to come together and collaborate on some of the needed work for high net worth clients, because we really know that that market is growing so quickly, and a lot of those clients that are now affluent or in high net worth started out as individuals as ordinary as the next guy, and they're with insurance carriers who perhaps are not able to give them the type of coverage or the services that perhaps they need. And when you think about the high net worth client and how complex their insurance and risk management needs are, CIPC said we need to create a venue for agents and insurers to come together and look for and be able to receive the type of education to help them serve their clients better. And so they came to the National Alliance, and they knowing that the National Alliance is the leader in really practical education and a leader in the designation programs that are challenging, and that's what they wanted, is they wanted people to learn about how to better serve their clients. And so they had strategic partners within CIPC, AIG, and back then it was Fireman's Fund, and of course we know that's ACE today. And those two insurers wanted to work with an organization also that could deliver a really quality, top-notch education program for their agents and brokers.
I think the AIG and ACE, for a long time, I've always thought of them being the two major insurers who, which do insure the high value. I know particularly Fireman's Fund, and then when ACE bought them, I could understand why. But that's quite an interesting situation there.
It is, and we're really pleased that AIG and ACE are working together with us, along with a group of some of the best brokers and agents out there who specialize in high net worth and affluent clients. And so we formed an advisory committee, and the members there, as well as the faculty members who have come together to help to do the presentations for CPRM, have come together. And the National Alliance is leading that development of the course curriculum and bringing it out across the country in some of the major cities, and we'll talk a little bit more about that.
Okay.
But really want to give a great special thanks and to AIG and ACE and our faculty members in the committee. And of course, can't do it without participants, and our participants are giving us great feedback, and we're having a lot of fun with it, as well as we're really making a difference in the industry.
All right.
So let me tell you a little bit more about this newest designation program.
Oh my gosh, you got a picture of my house here.
That's your house?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my boat. I'm over visiting you.
I wish. Don't we both wish? Yeah, right. Hey, good
Yeah.
line.
Yes, well, you know, what we really want this program to do is to help those who serve the affluent and high net worth clients do a better job at providing them with expert counsel and working together with the teams that our affluent and high net worth clients have. And again, you know, often they're underserved, and so looking at it from the standpoint of what this program is designed to do, it really is training for those individuals who believe them to be professional and to make a difference in their clients' lives and to better protect them. And much like what the National Alliance has meant for years, is being practical, relevant, great, comprehensive education. We like to say, though, we want folks to know this is challenging, and it's designed to be challenging because in order for that designation to have value,
Amen.
You have to learn.
Absolutely. I think that's always what's made the CIC, that and Bill's great idea early on that you had to continue your education, not just get it and run. And I love that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We like to think that it's ongoing, and much like you wouldn't want a surgeon operating on you if they hadn't kept up on the latest
Absolutely.
and most needed.
Good. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
we believe it's timely as well.
Mhm.
You know, the market is really, there's a lot of talk
Perfect timing.
about,
Yeah.
yeah,
About rich
the
people these days and all that. It's amazing.
absolutely.
All the billionaires and God, there's so much more to insuring those people. I've been reading a lot about it, and there was so much more to insuring all those. I mean, all the various aspects of people, and they got employees and the servants and the workers' comp and all that kind of stuff. Well, I love this. Keep going. Sorry.
They have great toys too, and so
Yeah,
we're
toys. Yeah,
excited
good.
about we're
For
excited about that.
sure. Right.
Well, it is a 5-part education program, and I'll tell you about each of those 5 parts, but let me tell you a little bit about what we consider the attributes of this program to be
Mm-hmm.
that makes it different and makes it valuable. And that is, much like the National Alliance Other Programs, we are practitioners teaching practitioners, and so we take some of the best, most successful practitioners in the industry to help us to present the programs to our participants. And the fact that they are live presentations, you know, we think today it's so easy for people to go online. We're giving a lot of good information via the webinar, and webinar instruction is good. There's no question about it. But one of the things that we talked about with our advisory committee from the very beginning was the fact that the networking opportunities that take place during the programs is something that face-to-face, you learn from the person who's sitting next to you, you see the expressions from the people around the room, you have an opportunity to meet with them. You know, part of our programming is to include breakfast and to include a networking reception at each one of these programs so that you can talk with others, you learn from the others in the room around you, you learn from those faculty members who are standing up in front of the room, and you have the chance to talk with them at
Idea.
breaks and before and after.
Great idea. I'd never thought of it that way.
You know, the exams are challenging, and we've also found that when participants are working together in the classroom, they start to build the bond with others around them, and they prepare for the exam together. And there are many who have said that has been really instrumental in helping them with their success in CIC and CRM, and so we believe that's true with CPRM as well.
Sure, it will be. Yeah. All right.
Well, let me tell you a little bit about those 5 parts.
All right.
I bet you're wondering what all would be included in 5 parts, and there's a lot there.
Oh.
And one thing I'll tell you first is the difference between this and CIC. So many of our participants, they know CIC is 20 hours, 2.5 days.
Right.
Well, CPRM is 16 hours, 2 days. And on the morning of the 3rd day, we're going to have the exam. It's still a short answer essay, and I'll tell you more about that in a few minutes.
Yeah.
But it's 16 hours, and in this first class, and you can take them in any order, but the first program that we released is Personal Client Risk Management, and the focus there truly is managing the risk of the affluent and high net worth client and becoming a more comfortable with who they are and understanding them and their teams. And so we do spend quite a bit of time in that regard. We also talk a lot about the steps of the risk management process and how you apply those when you're working with the team. And that team can be attorneys and accountants and family offices and many more who work with our high net worth clients to help them with their wealth. Mm-hmm. We cover a lot of the cat exposures. We go over the hurricane and wildfire as well, and talk a little bit about how you mitigate the losses and how you can work with them, and how you as a personal risk manager can really better serve this group of high net worth clients. So have you ever walked a tightrope before?
No, I don't think I have. I don't have any plans in the near future.
Well, you know, we say oftentimes it's a balancing act in working with how do you manage the risks of your high net worth clients.
I can see it.
So that's a little bit about the first class. And again, any order, but that's the first one we released. And that one we launched October of 2014 in Illinois with 60 participants in the class.
Good.
It was a great success.
Okay. So when
So our next
let me ask you
class,
something. Excuse me just a sec.
sure,
You say you launched that. So when they go to that class for 2 or 3 days, they just get one of these five. They have to go to, in
that's correct.
essence, five of these. Okay, go ahead. I understand now.
Yeah, exactly. They need to complete all five. They need to pass all five exams, and then they earn the designation. Exactly.
Beautiful. Okay.
So our second class is Understanding Coverage Differences, and we launched that in a pilot in February of 2015 in Dallas, Texas. And again, really a successful program. And I'm sorry, that was in April in Dallas. And that was Understanding Coverage Differences. And just as the name would imply, the focus there is really working to understand how policies that are designed for the high net worth client really have features and coverages and benefits that are well suited for that clientele that the mainstream policies don't offer. And we're excited about this course. It was well received. We covered a lot of information about the property exposures and how those unique policies cover the property exposures, and we talked about the liability exposures. We got into special events. You can imagine high net worth clients have a great exposure to some of the special events. They do it up big, don't they?
Oh, perfect. It's a great. I'm sure you have to have coverage for that. I never occurred to me, but I can see it. Gosh, yeah.
Yeah. So can you imagine at this house here having a special event at the house and a party that includes people around the pool and around the stairs and alcohol being served and probably a valet parking out front for
How
all the
shocking!
people
Alcohol.
coming.
Oh my God. No, no.
Yeah.
Well,
So we talk about that in our second course.
All right, good. I'm going to take that one.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah,
It's
I can
fun.
see why it would be.
Our next course is Evaluating and Protecting the Lifestyle, and this one we will be piloting in October in Illinois, and it'll be the first time it's offered. And here we're very excited about this course. This one is going to be those distinctive activities that our high net worth clients have. We'll get into the yachts and the aviation and all the hobbies that they have. Lots of racing. We get into some of the farming and ranching, and we'll go into, as you mentioned early on, and we do know that our high net worth clients have a great exposure for the employment of domestics and the nannies, the housekeepers, and so on and so forth. So we'll get into that. And really their fast-paced life and their exotic lifestyle will make this class really interesting. Their collections, it's amazing some of the collections high net worth folks have.
Everything from art to whatever, huh? We were my wife and I were happy to pose there 30 years ago, 40 years ago for you on our plane, and I'm glad you kept the picture. It's just great. And then that was your first boat down below, wasn't it?
That's right. Yeah, that's a great picture of you. Good. I'm glad we got it in there.
Me too. I wish.
Well, our fourth course, and again it'll be in the order that we release them, is the practical application of personal risk management. And here we really want to talk more about claims management, and this will be launched in the spring of 2016. And it's really to help people understand if they develop a high net worth division within their company or agency, it's how do you manage that? And how do you manage that book of business? So we're going to talk a lot about how to put together a really excellent program within your organization. We'll have some panel discussions. We do believe that there's a lot to be learned from each other. And so we'll talk about how to deal with clients and the various markets and really how to put together the best division within your organization to serve this clientele really well. And it's about dealing with the people again, so it's really the practical application.
Well, now you said 2016, so there won't be any designated personal risk management people until after 16, in the middle of 16 or somewhere, right?
That's correct. In 2016, and you know, you can do it fast or you can do it right. And so we believe doing it correctly doing it right. So it does take time to develop the right materials and to hit the mark and get the right people prepared to do the instruction. And so we've been launching them about every 6 months. It'll pick up just a little bit in 2016 because the hope is we're going to launch this practical application in March of 2016, and then the last part, winning the business,
good.
The art of presentation. We've had several say it's present or perish, as they say. And so here we're going to talk about developing some of the selling skills, and we'll use some of the dynamics of selling sales training that the National Alliance has.
Perfect.
We'll also talk about generating business, and one of the key pieces to doing it well is having that opportunity to practice together before you're in front of the client. And so we do plan to do some practice role plays here and make this truly about how it is done, and to learn the techniques, to practice the techniques so that when you're in front of the client you have the confidence, you're comfortable, and it's truly about winning the business at that point. So we're happy. This program will be launched at the end of the summer or early fall, tentatively scheduled for August, September of 2016, and that will be that first group of individuals who will come together to earn the CPRM designation and be that very first group. So
got it.
We've got quite a few in the program right now that are really working to be in that inaugural group. They'll be able to say 46 years from now that they were among the first to have that CPRM designation.
Terrific. Questions? Let's go to your FAQs here.
All right. We have an FAQ document on our website, and you can go to our National Alliance website to find it. But let me tell you about what we've been getting as some of the very key questions, and that's really who's it's designed to serve. And I said early on, and I can't repeat it enough, it's really to help insurance and risk management professionals who want to serve affluent and high net worth clients. And it doesn't have to be the client that has $300 million. You know, there are a lot of people out there who don't realize that they need the services that a good personal risk manager can provide. So it's really designed for those professionals.
Let me ask a question about that question. Generally, the people who would attend this would be, I would take it, producers, or would they have CSRs or whatever? Do you get a feel about that?
That's a great question. Yeah, that's a great question. We actually have people who are in the class already who serve as account managers or
good.
CSRs, the account managers as well, because they're talking with those clients just as much. So it is the producer, it is the owners of the agencies, or it is, in fact, quite a few of the carriers are here as well who are in this area of serving the affluent client. And while they may not be serving the client with a family office and $300 million in assets, they do serve an affluent client that has lifestyles or some assets that really put them into the category of the affluent and high net worth and are well suited to serve those clients better by attending these classes. So we do get producers, we get account executives, we also have some CSRs, and we have the individuals who truly are the risk managers within their organization or risk management services that do inspections and so on and so forth that are finding value in the CPRM program. So what we do say is having a basic understanding of personal lines is necessary. So if you're brand new to our industry and you have done nothing in insurance, you probably aren't going to feel real comfortable jumping straight into CPRM. But you could take the personal lines CISR courses, you could take CIC personal lines and get a good understanding of what the insurance industry does for personal lines clients, and then move to the CPRM program.
Okay.
Now, we have a lot of people who've been out in the commercial lines area for years, and what they're finding is there's such a great market here for serving the high net worth personal lines client that they're coming into personal lines for that reason. And as long as they have a good understanding of personal lines, they'll do fine with CPRM. Again, it's challenging, but it's a good program. And I mentioned earlier, you can take them in any order. I'll tell you a little bit, though. There have been some folks who said, after attending the first and second part, and frankly, we have some people who say, oh, you need to take the insurance side first before you take the risk management. And our first two courses really focus on risk management and understanding coverage differences. And so we do think that there are some who will be more comfortable on one or the other. But again, I think you'll find we set it up really well, so either one can be a good first course to attend. Now, our exciting exotic travel and activities that our clients have, so our course Evaluating and Protecting the Lifestyles, which we're going to pilot in October of this year, that's going to get into those yachts and the aviation and equine and D&O and the domestics and the work comp. That's going to have some challenge to it as well. So we hope that the folks will have either completed the first and second part or really work in that industry well, and they're comfortable with that basic understanding when they come into that third class. But we think they're going to be happy. They need to take all 5 parts, and they have 5 years to complete the 5 parts. So you know, they're challenging, so if you don't find success the first time out, there's still time to be able to go back and take that. You know, we have several people who've said, you know, they really want to be among that first class, and we get that. We understand that there's a real desire for people to be among the first, that inaugural group. So.
All right, let me ask you a question. Can I go in there now? I've been in business a long, long time. Can I take the examination? Let's talk about the exam. Can I take that without having gone to class?
That's a great question. And while you could, by registering for the class and then coming in and sitting at the end of the class for the exam only, we don't recommend it. And the reason why we say that, and this is true for all of our CIC and CRM classes as well, is that the exam is written during the presentation. So I'm in the back of the room, I'm crafting the exam to be given to that class. And so the way the class is presented and how it's presented, there's a lot you can gain from that. So while you only need to be registered for the class to take the exam, we suggest that you spend some time, hear the presentations, and prepare yourself for the exam. Good question. You want to register, George?
Well, I no, as a matter of fact, no. I could never pass CPCU. I taught it a couple of times of a part 2, but I never could pass it, so forget it. No, I'm not a techie.
Well, let's talk about the exam. Since you won't have to take it, let's tell the others about it.
All right.
So it is a short answer essay exam, just like the CIC and the CRM exams are. It is 2 hours, and it's a proctored exam, and it's all administered together with a group of students who sat together for the class. So the class is all day for 2 days, and then the morning on the 3rd day, we administer the exam. It is a 2-hour exam. It's 200 points, and it'll be usually 16 to 17 questions and 70% to pass. So you need to have a score of 140. We only give 2 grades, by the way, pass or fail.
Good.
It isn't about what the grade is. It's a pass or fail, but you need 70% to pass the exam. And again, it's not something you take lightly. We have our participants who study, and they study as they go along. They ask questions for good clarification, and we're really proud of the exams that the National Alliance writes. They're fair, but they are challenging. So we've had folks ask us, as you know, the continuing education requirement that the National Alliance has had since the beginning has really, they've stood apart from the others. And I mentioned earlier on in our discussion, it's really about staying up to date and staying current. And you and I have both been in this business a long time, and we've seen the changes that have taken place. And I certainly wouldn't want to get my insurance from somebody who hadn't studied anything or learned or understood the changes that the policies have had in the last few years. So we do have an ongoing requirement, just as the other CIC and CRM, the other National Alliance courses have. But what we have found is that this CPRM course is a great update option for our others who have earned their designations in previous years. And it gives them something new and fresh, relevant, and timely.
Perfect.
And so all of our programs are able to be used to earn an update for the CPRM, the CIC, and the CRM. And of course, those are the 2.5-day programs. Our Ruble seminars are also good update options for our CPRMs and CICs and CRMs. But you know, there are a lot of people who take our classes not because they plan to earn the designation, but because we're first and foremost an education organization, and our courses do earn state continuing education credit. There are lots of folks who attend for that purpose alone, and CPRM earns that credit as well.
Got it.
So, well, I have a lot of questions about, so how do I register, and when and where are the programs going to be offered? So let's look at that for a moment. This is a picture of our website. That's our thenationalalliance.com, and they can find our website easily by going to thenationalalliance.com. And you can click on CPRM on the logo. You can go to our schedule or register, and you'll find that we have 3 classes that are still available in 2015. Now, you heard me mention earlier about October. We were going to have our pilot program for our evaluating and protecting the lifestyle, and so it is available. It's not in our open registration area, but you know, for those individuals who are very comfortable in this environment and have worked in the high net worth, we'd like for them to be invited to attend that pilot as well. And so all they'd need to do is call our office and talk to the registration department and say, you know, I heard about the October pilot in Chicago. We'd be happy to get them registered in that class as well.
Let me ask something. Do these ever fill? You can't get in? I mean, is there a limitation?
There is, and as a matter of fact, we had a waiting list for the class that was held in April in Dallas, and the overflow of that are registering for that Tarrytown, New York, June 24th through 26th class. That's the coverage differences. That's understanding coverage differences. And yes, we have to, and the reason we do, that's a great question, George. The reason we do is there's a difference between doing a lecture to 200-300 people and really doing a proper job of training and educating a group of 125. So we typically hold our classes to 125-ish.
I got you. I got you.
Yeah, but we're excited about it, and so you see up there, June 24th through 26th is our next class in Understanding Coverage Differences. Yep. There are some seats available there, but it is filling up. We hope that people will take the opportunity. They can go to our website and just click on that register button right there, and they'll be able to do so.
Perfect. Okay.
So let me wrap up here as we get towards the end. And talk about the quality of our instructors. I've been telling you we're practitioners teaching practitioners, and you know, we're really proud of the faculty and that team of individuals who are in this industry wanting to give back. Many of the National Alliance faculty members have been extremely successful and have found that others have helped them throughout their career, and they want to give back, and so they're doing so by becoming instructors and sharing their knowledge, transferring their knowledge to others, and we're really pleased. So if there's anyone out there who would like to become an instructor for the National Alliance, we have a great process for working together to help you to be the very best, and you know, we're looking for the best and the brightest to be out there working with us to help transfer knowledge and teach our younger folks and younger in the industry. You know, we need lots of young people. You know, there are going to be about 190,000 jobs becoming available between now and 2020 in our industry.
Man.
All of us baby boomers, as we find retirement.
I understand. It's a
So,
wonderful opportunity.
yeah.
I always kind of wished I'd been a member of the faculty over the years. I just didn't have time, and it was just pretty difficult. But at any rate, this is fantastic. All right, how do they get hold of you? They there's the you got your regular.
There you go. Yes,
Go ahead.
there are a couple ways. We'd love for you to visit our website and to learn a little bit more, and that's simply www.thenationalalliance.com. And learn more about us and about CPRM. You can register for the classes right there as well. I'd love to have an email from you. You can certainly email me at bmesser@scic.com, and we'll get back to you as quickly as I can, tell you more about the program, direct you to our website with some direct links, and then also, again, look at our FAQ on our website. Lots of great information there. If you call our office at the 800 number and ask for our registration department, they can also help you get registered for a class. You know, George, I'd love to see you at the California program. Maybe you could plan to register. We'll see you out there in August.
I want to come as a participant, as one of the people that you would sell to. You know, one of the rich guys. So
Yeah,
maybe by August that'll work
go.
out. I'd love it. Where's it going to be?
There you have
Where's
it.
it going to be in California?
We're going to be in the San Francisco area at the Embassy Suites at the airport, San Francisco.
Yeah, I know it is.
That's Burlingame, I think they call it. It's August 26th through 28th.
Good. It's beautiful.
That'll be the risk management, the very first pilot program that we had. We're going to repeat that in August in San Francisco.
Oh, that's beautiful. Well, Beverly, you've just done a magnificent job. I'm so happy that I had the opportunity to interview you and to be the first or one of the first to announce this program. I can just see in the years to come, it's going to be very, very good. So I'm totally, it's totally a pleasure to be able to do it to you. Now, let me say one last thing, but do it for you and work with you. And in the meantime, don't forget to go back to your email that you got today, and you'll see you can go to all of our webinars. We've had, well, by the end of this year, we'll have over 125 of them, and you can get them all. But for today, more importantly, go to the bottom of the email and see the DVIC, that's Disabled Veterans Insurance Careers. And Deborah's on the board. But so are we. I mean, we are very active in promoting it. We want to do it because we think that that's one way we can all contribute to the future, give it back. So please do that. And Beverly, again, I thank you, and I look forward to seeing the rest of you next Monday morning.